This video is part of the Lay the Draw video study, a statistical analysis of over 100 football matches to find out if the Lay the Draw strategy actually works, and if so, what betting conditions need to be present to guarantee a profit. The results of this study can be found exclusively at www.mikesbettingtips.com. Okay, we're looking at four games today. At the moment, I'll show you what they are in a moment, but we're just getting the prices for the 0-0. This is the Solzhenitsyn game. Looks Greek, but I'll check that in a second. And that's about 11.5. If you were to back this, you get 11.5. Not much liquidity in this market at all, but you could still just about get that. That's the Solzhenitsyn. This is pesky game. You get 16 on there. This Győri game, you get 17.5 for the 0-0. And the other one is this Debrecen game, which you get about 19. So all quite high, quite nice. If you're going to consider backing the 0-0 as some kind of insurance policy against the 0-0 draw. I'm going to just have a look at where these markets are. The Győri game is a Hungarian league. I assume that's League Cup. The pesky game is a Hungary League Cup as well. Let's just go down. The Solzhenitsyn is a Hungary League Cup, as is the Debrecen. So they're all Hungarian League Cup games. So I'm going to just pause that and change over markets to the match odds. Okay, we're on the match odds now. The Solzhenitsyn game. Obviously, this team here again. I'm not even going to try and pronounce these places. But this is obviously the favourite. They're trading at 145 there. So between 138 and 155. But the last trade was at 145. You just saw that. Solzhenitsyn is between 8.4 and 14. So there's a bunch of trades around here between 10 and 12, so definitely the outsiders. And the draw is between 4.3 and 5.1, so somewhere around here. I'm going to put in 10, just this example, and where are we going to go here? There's not much here at all, is there? Probably a bad example, this one, but I'm going to come back to this in a minute, actually, when we've got about a few more minutes to kick off, so we'll see what happens when the game kicks off. That's obviously the pesky game. This is a bit better, so a bit more similar in the trading prices of Pax and Pechki. About 3.1, 2.44ish, 2.44. We're going to lay the draw then at 375. That's the pesky game. And the Győri game then. The draw's about 4.4, 4.5. Honved are trading about 4.5, and Győri are the favourites at about 1.8. So we're going to lay the draw here at 4.5. And the last one is the Debrecen game. Again, we've got strong favourites here at Debrecen, about 1.66. Egri is at 5.5, and the draw is at 4.8 to lay. It's just going to go back and hold on a second in the Solzhenitsyn game, just to see what's happening here. So a few orders here around here to lay. See, this seems strong favourites here. Yeah, I prefer to see if I can lay a bit further down. Really, from what I've been told and what I think is true, this would not be a good game to lay the draw, because just the price is too high here, and it's too risky if it does end up in a 0-0 draw. Around 4.5 might be just about okay, but certainly as you're going up to about 6 or something, 5 or 6, it's really too high. I'm going to wait for this game to go in play before I get in. We're 3 minutes into the games here. Debrecen have already got a goal. I didn't lay the draw on this Soloznoki game, so I'm going to do that quickly. I was waiting for some kind of price to come down, so I'm going to put 10 there, just as a guideline of what we possibly would have got in at 5.3 to 6. Probably too high in this one. Let's just go to the Debrecen game. So this game, there was a goal after 3 minutes in this game just here. And let's have a look. We got in at 4.8, and the market is back in play after being suspended. And actually it's come down, which is interesting. So down to about 3.85. That's quite interesting. You think it would go up possibly, but a quick goal has pushed the price down. I didn't get a chance to check, but I imagine in those first 3 minutes the price would have come down to maybe 1 or 2 ticks or something. But it's come down a lot more than that with Ergri scoring. And Ergri were the, if I remember, were the non-favourites when they were the underdogs. If I remember, yeah, they were right about 5.6 or something. And Debrecen were the favourites. They were down at, they were right down here, 1.74. So Ergri, the underdogs, scoring first, and the price seems to have dropped. So something to make a note of. We've got a game going, so a goal going after 10 minutes in this pesky game. Let's just have a look. It's still in suspension. The market had come down to. It was a bit too early. Hadn't got a price yet going, but no lower than 3.45, and the gold has pushed it up to 5.4ish, 5.5. Now, if I remember rightly, Pesky were the favourites in this one. Let's have a look. I think they're both the same, weren't they? They were both trading about, yeah, there's about 3.05, and Pax were around 2.4ish, so they were pretty similar. But that goal's gone in, and you can see we've gone about 5.7. I'll come back in a few minutes on. Let's just do a price check on this Gyori game actually while I'm here. That's still around the same, that's hardly moved at all. And the other game was the Soloznoki game. You can see we didn't even get in it didn't take our £10. I'm not going to worry about this game actually, because there's not enough liquidity in this to really do anything reasonable, and the price of the draw is way out, 8.6. Possibly worth backing a draw, but anyway, that's a different strategy. Okay, we'll come back in about 10 minutes. I just back with a price check, mainly on this Soloznoki game. Actually, we're kind of ignoring that, but the Gyori game is probably the only one we're interested in. So let's have a look at this. And you can see from 0-0, after 21 minutes, the price has gone down to about 4.1 around here somewhere. The Soloznoki game. Yeah, we didn't get in on this, but it's always worth noting. The price of the draw is way up still, isn't it? This is the only match that I've looked at so far where the price of the draw has been so high. So there's probably reasons for that. Although one of the reasons, obviously, actually looking at it, is that Kesmeti are trading at 124, Soloznoki down at 14.5. So there's obviously, good reason why the draw is so high. Let's have a look at the Pesky game, which was 1-0. The price of the draw is still around about 8 to 9. Had a goal there. Where's that goal? Gyori have just scored. We just done that, didn't we? So let's have a look. Go back to Gyori. and Gory, who were at about 1.23. Because they've just scored the goal, it's come back in. I'll have to check that, but I'm pretty sure that was the case, wasn't it? Was that the game? That wasn't the game we just had a look at, was it? I can't even remember. I've just got up. Well, that's my excuse anyway. Maybe I'm getting dementia at my old age. But anyway, regardless of that, after the first goal, the price of the draw is about 7. So let's just go back to the pesky game. So the price of the draw in the pesky game, which is 1-0, is still about here. Let's just go to the that was the game I looked at, wasn't it? So Debrecen is the one I want. The Debrecen game, which again is still 1-0 to Egri, and the price of the draw is about 3.95. Now this was because, if you remember, I'm pretty sure at the start of the game Debrecen were trading around this mark, 1.7ish, around here somewhere, so strong favourites. So with Egri getting the goal, the price of the draw is still just went down from 4.8, and it is still slowly going down. So just interesting to note. In fact, I'm going to stop this recording here because I've got all the data I need. The Sosnoki game we're not going to really bother with too much because it's a bit of an odd one. In terms of the price of the draw here, it kind of stands out from all the games I've done so far. So we're not really going to bother too much of this game. We could see that right at the start of the game because I couldn't place a definite lay bet. There was a big difference here. It was quite gappy in the market, which is the first time I've really come across that in all the matches that I've so far studied. So we're not going to bother with this game. And in the other games, we've got goals in all of those matches. So in terms of laying the draw strategy, we've got all the information we need out of these games. So that's it for this video.